Minasan, konnichiwa, Yuuka desu. Hi everyone, this is Yuuka. In today's video, we will review new grammar patterns introduced in Lesson 48 of the Minna no Nihongo textbook. Without further ado, let's get started. Here are the grammar points that we will discuss today. First, causative verbs. Second, causative verb sentences. Third, how to use causative verbs. And last, causative verb in te form plus ITADAKEMASENKA. First topic, causative verbs. A causative verb is used to indicate that someone causes another person to do some action. In addition to its causative meaning, it also expresses to let, allow, permit someone to do something. In English, the most common causative verbs are let, make, have, and get. Example, I made my daughter wash the dishes. In this section, we will learn how to conjugate Japanese verbs into causative forms. The causatives are conveniently formed by attaching seru or saseru to the negative stem. Example, ikanai is the negative form of iku. From here, we get the negative stem and add seru. Ikaseru, make someone go. For ru verbs, add saseru. Tabenai is the negative form of taberu. The negative stem tabe plus saseru becomes tabe saseru. Make someone eat. And for irregular verbs, the causative form of kimas is kosaseru. Make someone come. And shimas is saseru. Make someone do. Notice that all causative verbs end in ru. Thus, they conjugate like any other ru verbs. Now we move on to causative verb sentences. Since verb seru or saseru indicates that someone causes another person to do something, then the subject of the verb is the causer or the person who does the causing. And the one who is commanded or permitted to perform the action takes on the agent position. There are two types of causative sentences. They are distinguished according to the use of verbs and particles. When the verb is intransitive, the agent or causi is followed by the particle o, or sometimes ni. Example, Watashi wa musume o kaimono ni ikasemashita. I made my daughter go shopping. With transitive verb, since the direct object is marked by o, the agent then takes on the particle ni. This is because we avoid marking two elements with o in a clause. Example, Haha wa imoto ni sara wo arawashimashita. My mother made my younger sister wash dishes. Watashi wa musume o densha no naka de tatasimasu. Watashi wa musume o densha no naka de tatasimasu. I'll have my daughter stand on the train. 私は子供を駅まで歩かせます。私は子供を駅まで歩かせます。I let my child walk to the station. 部長は佐藤さんにデータをまとめさせました。部長は佐藤さんにデータをまとめさせました。The manager had Mr. Sato collect the data. 部長は林さんに書類を届けさせました。部長は林さんに書類を届けさせました。The manager had Mr. Hayashi deliver the documents. Third topic, how to use causative verbs. A causative sentence can either convey coercion or permission. Thus, it is appropriate when used by a person of authority that can order or permit an action from someone. Example, a parent to a child or a teacher to a student. If, however, an action is performed out of kindness or when having someone superior do something, Verb-te ITADAKEMASU or Verb-te MORAIMASU should be used. 私は部長に説明していただきました。I had it explained to me by the manager. 私は友達に説明してもらいました。I had it explained to me by a friend. 夜は危ないので娘を9時までに帰らせています。夜は危ないので娘を9時までに帰らせています。It's dangerous at night, so I have my daughter come home by 9 o'clock. The coercive and permissive connotations can sometimes be distinguished by the use of particles. The particle o tends to express a coercive meaning, so example 5 implies that the daughter is forced to go home against her will. 私は娘にパーティーに行かせました。私は娘にパーティーに行かせました。I let my daughter go to the party. When the action is favorable or when there is willingness or volition on the part of the agent, the particle ni is used. However, this does not apply for transitive verbs. The agent or causae is always marked by ni since a verb can only have one direct object. Therefore, the exact interpretation would depend on the context. 犬を飼っているので、息子に犬の世話をさせています。犬を飼っているので、息子に犬の世話をさせています。Because we have a dog, I let my son take care of it. 娘がカレーを作りたいと言ったので作らせました。娘がカレーを作りたいと言ったので作らせました。 My daughter said she wanted to make curry, so I let her make it. The causer and agent are oftentimes omitted when it is understood from the context. 息子がキャンプに行きたいと言ったので行かせました。息子がキャンプに行きたいと言ったので行かせました。My son said he wanted to go camping, so I let him go. お客さんが来るので弟を買い物に行かせます。お客さんが来るので弟を買い物に行かせます。Because visitors will come, I'll have my younger brother go shopping. ケーキの材料が足りないので妹に買ってこさせます。ケーキの材料が足りないので妹に買ってこさせます。I don't have enough ingredients for the cake, so I'll have my sister buy them. And the last topic is causative verb in te form plus itadakimasenka. As discussed, irregular causative sentence can only be used by causers who possess authority over the causee or agent. So the only way a subordinate can use the causative to let, permit, is to use it with an honorific verb such as itadaku. The combination causative verb in te form and ITADAKEMASENKA is used to politely ask permission from a social superior or from someone whom we wish to show respect to. It expresses may I be allowed or permitted to, or I am wondering if you can let me. 荷物を下ろしたいので、ここにしばらく車を止めさせていただけませんか？荷物を下ろしたいので、ここにしばらく車を止めさせていただけませんか？ May I be allowed to park my car here for a moment because I want to unload my luggage? 空港へ両親を迎えに行きたいので、来週の火曜日は4時に帰らせていただけませんか？空港へ両親を迎えに行きたいので、来週の火曜日は4時に帰らせていただけませんか？ Could you please let me leave at 4 o'clock next Tuesday? Because I'd like to pick up my parents at the airport. 資料を整理したいので、この会議室を使わせていただけませんか？資料を整理したいので、この会議室を使わせていただけませんか？ May I be allowed to use this conference room because I'd like to organize the materials. 日本のお年寄りの生活について調べているので、お話を聞かせていただけませんか？日本のお年寄りの生活について調べているので、お話を聞かせていただけませんか？ I'm researching about the life of elderly in Japan. I'm wondering if you can let me hear about your story. And that concludes our lesson for today. See you in the next one.